Ferrari poured its Formula One soul into one car. The F50 carried a race-derived V12 bolted to the chassis, built to be the most extreme road car Maranello ever produced. It still wasn't enough. The McLaren F1 was already waiting, with over 100 more horsepower and a 40 miles per hour advantage at the top. So, how did a car as extraordinary as the F50 still end up in someone else's shadow? In March 1995, Ferrari president Luca di Montezemolo stood on the stage at the Geneva Motor Show to unveil the F50. The mission was clear: succeed the iconic F40 with a machine that brought the raw essence of Formula One directly to public roads. Montezemolo envisioned a purist experience, a vehicle that relied entirely on mechanical feedback and driver skill, avoiding electronic driver aids. It was Ferrari's direct declaration of racing heritage and emotion. But the competitive arena changed while Maranello was designing their car. 2 years prior, designer Gordon Murray and McLaren had introduced the F1, a vehicle built with disciplined precision. Murray's design redefined the limits of road-going performance, using a central seat layout and lightweight carbon fiber construction that caught the entire automotive world off guard. Ferrari was no longer setting the standard. For the first time, the Italian marque was chasing a target that had already moved the finish line, forcing a clash between Maranello's racing soul and British engineering supremacy. To understand the F50, one must look past the spec sheet and look straight into Maranello's engine yard. Veteran engineer Nicola Materazzi was tasked with fulfilling Luca di Montezemolo's demand for an uncompromising, raw road car, a machine that would prevent Ferrari's road vehicles from becoming too soft. Materazzi bypassed the growing trend of comfortable grand tourers, focusing instead on a single, radical engineering choice. The heart of this machine was a naturally aspirated 4.7-liter V12, designated the Tipo F130B. This was not a modified road engine. It was a direct descendant of the 3.5-liter power unit that propelled Ferrari's 641 Formula One car during the 1990 season. Enlarged for street durability, the 60-valve V12 produced 513 brake horsepower at a screaming 8,800 revolutions per minute. But Materazzi did not stop at the engine's lineage. In a move taken straight from Grand Prix grids, the V12 was bolted directly to the carbon fiber monocoque chassis, serving as a structural, load-bearing member. With no rear subframe or rubber bushings to isolate the powertrain, every mechanical pulse, engine vibration, and exhaust note traveled directly into the cabin and the driver's spine. Ferrari built exactly 349 units, ensuring the car remained a highly exclusive halo piece. This was not a corporate reaction to competitors or a pursuit of ultimate top speed numbers. It was Ferrari operating on pure instinct, prioritizing driver connection, lightweight mechanical purity, and the unfiltered sound of an F1-derived V12 over clinical paperwork victories. Gordon Murray's design philosophy for the McLaren F1 rejected traditional sports car romance in favor of rigorous, highly efficient engineering. While Maranello relied on emotional racing heritage, Woking focused on clinical completeness. Murray built the F1 around a set of strict principles, prioritizing low mass, packaging superiority, and ultimate driver balance. By placing the driver in a central seating position and utilizing a bespoke BMW-designed S72 V12, McLaren created a package that was lighter, more powerful, and structurally more advanced than any contemporary road car. The F1's carbon fiber monocoque served as the foundation of a vehicle that weighed less than its Italian rival while delivering substantially more horsepower. When period road tests compared the two, the results revealed the stark reality of McLaren's technical supremacy. The F1 delivered stronger acceleration from a standstill, pulled harder through the mid-range, and achieved a top-end velocity that left the F50 far behind. Ferrari was not merely competing with a rival manufacturer, they were chasing a moving target that had already redefined the upper limits of automotive performance. Murray's creation had rewritten the rules of engagement, defining its own engineering language and establishing an efficient benchmark that made even Ferrari's most radical efforts appear less extreme by comparison. The raw numbers settled the hierarchy immediately. The Ferrari F50's 4.7-liter V12 produces 513 brake horsepower at 8,500 revolutions per minute. By contrast, the McLaren F1's 6.1-liter BMW V12 generates 618 brake horsepower, establishing a clear 105 horsepower advantage for the British machine. This power deficit is compounded by mass. The F50 weighs 1,270 kilograms, whereas the McLaren F1 scales at approximately 1,130 kilograms. In performance testing, this difference in power-to-weight ratio yielded dramatic real-world outcomes. The McLaren F1 sprints from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.2 seconds, while the F50 requires 3.7 seconds. Over a standing quarter mile, the F1 completes the run in 11.1 seconds at 138 miles per hour, leaving the F50 behind at 11.9 seconds and 123 miles per hour. At the absolute limit, the top speed figures widened the gulf even further. Ferrari claimed a top speed of around 203 miles per hour for the Targa-topped F50. The McLaren F1 shattered this ceiling, achieving a verified two-way average of 240.1 miles per hour during testing, and eventually reaching about 243 miles per hour with its engine rev limiter removed. These contemporary measurements made the period verdict unmistakable. Ferrari's F50 remained an incredibly fast and serious performance car, but the physical data proved it was not the dominant machine of its decade. The sheer velocity of the McLaren F1 had established an entirely new class of performance. The physical gap in performance did not destroy the Ferrari F50. Instead, it clarified the car's true purpose. While McLaren used clean-sheet clinical engineering to rewrite the supercar rulebook, Ferrari committed to absolute sensory immersion. The F50 proved that Maranello could successfully package a genuine Grand Prix powertrain into a road-legal carbon monocoque, creating a direct link to their racing lineage. It remains the last road-going Ferrari built around a naturally aspirated V12 derived straight from Formula One, a mechanical purity that has only grown more significant as the automotive world shifted toward turbocharging and hybrid assistance. This focus on character over lap times created a masterpiece. The vehicle was built to offer the visceral feel of a racing machine, where the structural engine vibrated directly through the cockpit and challenged the driver without electronic safety nets. Today, the collector market recognizes this uncompromising identity, with auction prices rising to between $8 and $12 million. The McLaren F1 defined the peak of 20th century engineering, setting a standard that altered the industry forever. Yet, the F50 survived that shadow. It stands as an authentic, raw expression of Ferrari's soul, showing that a car does not need to win on paper to secure its legacy. The true scale of Maranello's challenge lies in the absolute completeness of the McLaren F1. Woking's creation was executed with such precision that it can make an extraordinary Ferrari seem almost ordinary by comparison. But that contrast only exists when measured against what is widely considered the most accomplished supercar ever built. The comparison does not diminish Ferrari's achievement. Instead, it reveals the height of the mountain they chose to climb. Outright speed supremacy and mechanical greatness are not the same thing. Ferrari created a masterpiece, even if it had to live in an unmatched shadow. Today, both cars stand as the final peaks of analog performance. McLaren conquered the stopwatch, but Ferrari captured the raw emotion of motorsport. In our digital era, their rivalry remains the ultimate testament to pure driver connection. Which masterpiece defines your dream? Let us know below.